Hey everyone, it's your friend Think Noodles, and welcome to Ask Think, episode number 66 for Monday, September 9th, 2013. Now, of course, you guys are wondering how many comments were on last week's video, and it was up quite a lot from the last one, so I think it had to do with the YouTube errors and not necessarily you guys going back to school. So we had 3,715 comments, and the funny thing is, the closest guest was actually by two different people, and it was the same number. So they guessed 3,723. Before we get to the questions, please don't forget to leave your question in the comments below. Remember, only one question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. Also, if the comments on this video are closed, make sure you're on the most recent Ask Think and ask your question there. Now, you guys may remember last week I was talking about Disney shutting down most of their virtual worlds, and you may have misunderstood because I saw this comment a lot. Disney is not shutting down Club Penguin. They are shutting down their other games, but Club Penguin is safe, don't worry. Widgy6 asks, hey Think, pretty serious question here. How do I deal with impersonators on YouTube? Yeah, that's a really tough one, and I'm dealing with it myself because some people are able to, or I guess anyone is able to change their YouTube username using Google+, and they change it to Think Noodles, and then they go and post on other people's videos and say not so nice things, and people think it's me, especially if they're on mobile, because it's really hard to tell who the person is on mobile. But even on the desktop, if they change to my name and my avatar, people think it's me. And the way I'm trying to deal with it myself is to get verified on Google+, which will transfer over to YouTube. I need 3,000 followers on Google+, and I'm getting close. I'm only about 400 away at this point. I'm almost to the 3,000, and hopefully when I apply, they'll give me the verified name so I don't have to deal with it anymore. So if you guys haven't already followed me on Google+, please do so and click the follow button, not the plus one. For some reason, there's two buttons to click. I don't know why, but anyway, link in the description. As far as for you, I really don't know. I mean, I guess I would say change your avatar a lot. So that people will notice that your avatar is different all the time, and the other people won't keep up with it, but there's really not much you can do, unfortunately. I'm really sorry. Giovanna Migliaccio asks, how much time does it take to read all the questions? It depends. This time, I think it took me about 2.5 hours to go through them all and select the ones that I wanted to answer. Caleb Diaz asks, hey Think, did you get someone to make your outro for you, or did you make it yourself? Well, kind of a little bit of both. The art that I used in it and made the scene, like the little characters and stuff, those were drawn by someone else, and they're public domain, free for use, and that's why you see them in some of those scammy Minecraft ads. That said, I am changing my outro because of that, because some people have noticed, hey, your character's in that free Minecraft ad, and I don't want to be associated with that because I don't really know what it's about. And I think it's kind of a scam, and I don't want people to think that I have anything to do with it. So I have an artist drawing my outro right now. Sakura Blossom asks, Think, have you ever seen Captain Sparkle's new music video, and what's your opinion on it? I love it. It's awesome. I love Try Hard Ninja's song as well, Take Back the Night, that is set to it. And I actually bought it on iTunes, and I have it on repeat, and I've listened to it about 50 times. I love it. It's awesome. Just amazing. I think it's head and shoulders above any Minecraft animation I've ever seen, and I love that it's an original song. Slenderman Pie asks, is there going to be a second season of UHC? Of course there is. Yes, definitely. It'll be coming up pretty soon. I'm not going to spoil when it's coming or when we're recording it, but I will say soon. Risk Blitz asks, Think, do you take Kopi for a walk every day in Central Park? No, it's kind of a rare occasion or a special occasion when we do take her up to Central Park. We walk her in other parks, but Central Park is a little bit, well, actually not a little bit, it is a long walk from where we live. So it takes about an hour to walk up there, an hour to walk back, and if we walk around the park. So, you're looking at like a 3 to 4 hour walk minimum. So we need the whole day for that. LEK asks, what do you spend time doing the most? Editing videos, recording videos, walking copy, eating, or hanging out with your buds? Well, if it was eating, I'd probably be pretty fat. But A, editing videos. Jesper the End says, most YouTubers don't read or reply to comments or messages. Why do you think they do that, and why are you still doing it? I think that sometimes it becomes overwhelming, but there are YouTubers that do look through their comments and messages. Etho, for example, at the end of every Let's Play, he answers a question or two, and I guess some people are just too busy. I'm not really sure, but I like to keep my fans close and kind of interact with them as much as possible because I know how important it is to you guys. So that's why I try so hard to stay engaged with you guys and do this, even though it takes a lot of my time. It's worth it because you guys love it so much. Alyssa8829 says, do you know how to stay focused when you're studying? I need to study and I'm distracted by the internet. Well, I'm not the best guy to ask about that. I don't have ADD or anything like that, but I'm a good procrastinator and I do get distracted very easily. But I guess the best way to do it, if you're distracted by the internet, if it's a laptop, like sit on it kind of, but I mean like don't like jump on it and break it, but put it somewhere that it's not easy to get to maybe, so that way you won't be distracted to open up your computer and go on the internet. Mythical for You says, school is starting in a week. I'm crying so much. How did you do in school? Were you the smartest or the most talkative, etc.? Well, I was never the best student. I don't know if I was the smartest or not. Probably not. But I was a pretty smart kid, and that kind of backfired a bit because things came easy to me, so I didn't try very hard, so I could, slide by without doing a lot, get B's and C's, and not really have to try at all, do any homework, study for tests or anything like that. I think if I had applied myself, I would have had a lot better grades, but I also wasn't the most talkative. I did have friends, I had a lot of friends, but I wasn't like the popular kid in school or anything like that, and I definitely was not as extroverted as I am now. Sonic XL0999 says, did you have any consoles when you were little, and if yes, what was your favorite? Yeah, I did. My first console was an Atari 2600, and I had that for quite a long time, and my friends had a Nintendo NES, the first Nintendo Entertainment System. And I loved that thing. I was always going over to their house or trying to find excuses to come over so I could play like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and Super Mario Brothers. I loved that system, and I wanted it so much, and I finally got it, and I played it a ton. That was my favorite system. Still is, I think. The next person asks, were you ever homeschooled? No, I always went to an institutional school, some private, some public, but no, never homeschooled. iHasCrew asks, can you give us at least one hint that will help us notice you in the city? Yep, it's really easy. Look for Kopi. Pretty much 9 times out of 10, if I'm out and about, I have Kopi with me. She can go into stores and all kinds of stuff like that. So I always have her with me. Look for a golden retriever. Ask if you can pet it, because any golden retriever owner, pretty much anywhere, will let you pet their dog. I know I will. And then if you pet her, just ask what her name is. And if I say Kopi, then you're pretty much guaranteed it's me. Ryder Cutler 2323 says, hey, think in some of your videos you say something is OP. What does that mean? OP means overpowered. 1999 Blue asks, are you excited for the new iPhone unveiling on September 10th? Yes, it is tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited. Not as excited as I was for the iPhone 5 because I'm pretty sure the iPhone 5S is going to be the same form factor, but I am excited to see the new features. Widgie6 comments, YouTube 2013, Year of the Broken. Well, I would even go further and say YouTube 2013 September, Month of the Broken. It has been a really bad week on YouTube, and I'm really sorry, guys. There's nothing that I can do. None of it's under my control. Just bear with it. Please stick with my channel and don't abandon YouTube. Hopefully they'll get their act together and stop it with all of this weird stuff that they're doing. It's even annoying to me. I can't get to my video manager sometimes or edit some of my annotations. It's a mess. John Linares says, what do you do on weekends except for Minecraft or Pop Tropica? Actually, since this is my job, on weekends, if my wife is off, I don't go on the computer and play Minecraft or Pop Tropica or Club Penguin at all. I try and stay away from the computer because it's technically my job. I know it's playing games and it's fun and all that stuff, but you know, it feels good to get away from it sometimes, and that's what we do. The next two people ask if I'll start a new series soon and whether we'll be continuing Stay Forever together. Well, the first map is over. It's completed. Grazer and I beat it, but I do have a private beta that JellyWee gave to me for part 2 of 241. It's not been released yet. And yeah, we will be playing it soon as Grazer gets his new mic, because I can't stand his inbuilt mic on his iMac. DGL Does Games says, my question is the crappy one, so please answer this. School is back. If you'll make 1 to 2 videos a day, you'll have so much time left. What would you do? A, edit your videos. B, talk to your friends. C, mess around. Or D, eat noodles. Very recommended. Well, actually, what I find, or what I have found so far, is that doing maybe 1 less video a day, and I'm still doing 3 sometimes. I don't know. I can't stop for some reason, but I have found a little bit more time, and you guys noticed that I did 2 survival episodes this week or last week, because I had more time. So I think I'll be putting more effort and time into my survival series. Dragonator789 asks, have you ever played 6 so you cannot go to school? Oh yeah, I did for sure. The next person asks, did you realize that Virus Hunter Island has no photos? Yes, I did, which was really interesting to me because the photos feature was added to Pop Tropica not that long ago, and it was something they were really proud of when they added it, and they did a lot of promotion for it. So switching over to this new format and getting rid of the photos surprised me. Hannah Roca asks, do you find it's hard to keep talking during a video? I was practicing a video and I zoned out at least 5 times. I did when I first started doing commentary. It was hard to keep up the commentary. Now I find it hard to shut up. Sometimes I feel like I talk too much, and there are places where I should pause and just don't need to talk, but I have this drive to fill every second with my voice because when I first started, I found that, like you, I would zone out, and I made it a point to not do that, and now I have to make it a point to just be quiet once in a while. Dusty Hunter 1 says, think does Kopi sense when you're sad? Yep, she does. When you're having a bad day, or even when you just need to pet something, you know, she's just right there, or she'll come up and give you a lick. She is such a sweet puppy. Fiea Chen asks, have you ever been to China with your wife? Yeah, I have. When she graduated from college, we took a trip to China to visit her grandfather, who was visiting China as well. And I think her parents and my parents came with me, and we were there for about 2 weeks. Dizzy Noodle Gamer says, have you noticed Disney are doing a lot of self-advertisement? The last 3 parties were Monsters University, Star Wars, and Teen Beach Movie. Yeah, it's true, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I like it because it offers us opportunities for different parties than we'd seen in the past. I mean, before they started doing the ads and things like that and promoting their movies and their franchises, a lot of the parties were the same, very, very similar at least, and would have like one little difference, and I'm glad that they're doing this. I like it. Bob Lomo asks, if you have children and they said, hey, why do I have to go to school and you get to play video games, what would you tell them? Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that conversation because I will sound like a hypocrite, but I don't know. I guess I'll explain it to them that my fans need me and that's what I have to do for them. So I'm going to blame it on you guys. CG Shirley asks, considering how much you play The Hunger Games, have you ever read the book? Yes, I've read the series twice. Ishness of Weird Dragon Randomness says, have you ever rewatched your own footage and realized something you might have missed while you were playing and then feel really stupid about it? Yeah, but mostly not really with the gameplay. I really feel stupid when I should have edited something and didn't. That's what really gets to me. Dash the Boss asks, do you like the Red Sox or the Yankees? P.S. Pick the Red Sox. I hate the Yankees. Oh, I am not getting into this one at all. I'm not touching that because I know how Yankees fans are and I know how Red Sox fans are, and I'm not picking sides. The next two people mentioned Peru and whether I know or like ceviche. And yes, of course I know what ceviche is, and I love ceviche. Skygirl8319 says, think if you went on the hive and saw a female version of your skin, what would you do? A, say you're the most beautiful creature I've ever seen. Say, you stole my skin, you crazy man girl. C, give them a hug, or D, walk away. A, I would say you're the most beautiful creature I've ever seen, and I actually found someone who took my skin and girl-ized it really nicely, and I added it to my website as the girl blue version, I guess, because I thought it was awesome. The next two people ask, how did you get better at the Hunger Games, and give me some tips for PvP? You know, I've asked this a lot myself because I'm still not very good at PvP, especially compared to a lot of my friends who are very good at it. And every single time I'm like, how did you get better at this? You know, like, do you have any tips? Is there something I'm doing wrong and I should be doing? And in every case, they always just say practice. You know, it just comes down to practice, 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 and eventually you'll get better and you'll learn not to do things, or you'll learn to do certain things, or you'll see someone else do something. And that's what it really comes down to. And I have been practicing a lot and I am getting better. I'm not anywhere near my friend's level, but I can hold my own now, and it's only because of practice. Mr. Ethan Walto asks, how do you just get the block and world automatically in creative? I know what you mean, so you don't have to explain it better. What you do is when you're in creative, point at the block, point your cursor at the block you want to get. So if, I don't know, if you're looking at a piece of red wool, just make sure you're close enough to it. And if you middle click on it on your mouse, click the scroll wheel, it will put that block into your inventory and then you can use it. Lynn Tai asks, will you consider this suggestion? For the sky base when you do the caves and such, you should silk touch ores like diamond, emerald, and coal, and mine some iron and mantequilla to make it look more cavey. Yes, I actually have already done that. I went and found some diamonds already and got it with silk touch. Emerald I haven't. And emerald's kind of hard to come by in my world right now, but I do have coal and iron and gold. I have it all saved up, and when I put the stone in the cave and on the bottom, I'm gonna just sort of like sprinkle ores all over the place. Loaiza Perez asks, hey, how would you feel if the Minecon event, they mentioned you and asked you to come to the stage and everything? Honored. I can't imagine they would. There are so many YouTubers out there that are better than me or bigger than me or whatever, and I don't think they notice me at all, but maybe one day. Antonia Nutella asks, hey, do mobs spawn on your Sky Island in Minecraft? No, not really. I've put down enough torches. Passive mobs like the ocelots do because it's in a jungle biome, but as far as hostile mobs, they don't because I've put down enough torches. If I got rid of the torches though, they would. Swimmer011001 asks, why don't you make full diamond armor on your Let's Plays? Well, you know, I've thought about this a lot, and I usually just, well, I already had the iron armor that I'm wearing right now, but when it comes down to that armor going bad, I may just go with iron armor again, and here's the reason. Not that I don't have a ton of diamonds, it's just that I think it makes me more cautious and a better Minecrafter to have worse armor, and I think it'll help me with my PvP because I'll be better at bow shots because I don't want to get so close to the skeletons and things like that. I don't know, maybe I'll just go back with diamond. I don't know. The next person asks, hey, I was wondering if you came up with what you're going to sign your name for autographs at Minecon. Is it going to be your real name or your Minecraft name? Definitely my Minecraft name. I'm going to sign it as Think Noodles. I know that's what you guys want rather than my name. At least that's what I think that you guys want. I think you would want me to sign it as Think Noodles, Noodle On, that sort of thing. And that's what I'm going to do. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to. I haven't put pen to paper, so to speak. Bat and OLC says, on your Mac, how do you make your mouse smaller? Because on your new episodes of Survival, your mouse is super small, but on the first episode, it was bigger. Well, I didn't actually make my mouse any smaller. I made the Minecraft window bigger. I used to record it at 1280 by 720 for my window, and now I record at 1920 by 1080, so it makes the mouse look smaller in proportion to the window. However, it is actually the same size. Poppet Lovely Club Penguin asks, can you sing any approaching Nirvana songs for us? Gosh, I would love to. Unfortunately, my voice is so perfect and so amazing that I'd probably get copyright infringement for it, so I don't want to risk it. Hannah James asks, think what was harder to program, A, CP Insiders, or B, your robot grazer? B, my robot, because it is always malfunctioning and disobeying me. Firehound57 asks, did you know every time I eat noodles, I think about you? Well, that's great. And you know what? It's really funny. Every time I eat noodles, I think about you guys. Almost every time I eat noodles, I take a picture of it and consider posting it on Twitter. I don't always post it on Twitter, but a lot of times I do. And my wife's like, you're taking pictures of your food? And I'm like, only noodles. NovaCat asks, Dear Think Noodles, when do you eat noodles? A, too often, B, every week, C, every day, D, other, or E, it's never too often to eat noodles. I would have to say E. Epic the Dog MC asks, think, the other day I was researching the Spanish alphabet from my Spanish class and I stumbled upon M. And guess what I put for M? Mantequilla. Well, I'm glad that I'm giving you guys an education in the Spanish language. BKNCB asks, have you ever accidentally put soap on your toothbrush and then on your mouth? It has happened to me. No, I can't say that I have, although I was telling a story the other day about I take vitamins and Kobe takes vitamins, and Kobe's vitamins are liver flavored and mine are whatever human flavor. I don't really know. They're just coated. I'm not sure. But anyway, I mixed them up one day and I accidentally swallowed one of Kobe's liver flavored vitamins, and it was so disgusting. I couldn't get the liver taste out of my mouth for like 3 hours. Magical Unicorn says, knock knock, who's there? Daisy. Daisy who? They see me rolling, they hating. Nice one. VicFed says, hey, I just met you and you're crazy. Stop eating rice, have noodles today. Like seriously, eat noodles or else the god of noodles who goes by the name of Justin or Think Noodles will paralyze you with his noodle powers and you will like them either way. Very nicely done. Rainbow Noodles 1 says, I recognized your angelic voice when walking in the mall and I yelled, think. And the man said, who? And then I said, you sound like a YouTuber named Think Noodles. And the man said, who in the world will think about noodles when there's turkey? I'm about to get some, fella. That was so crazy. Well, I guess that wasn't me because I would have definitely said, I am Think Noodles, but I guess turkey's good too. Pixar Fan 8080 says, think, today I was in the mall at the Macy's going up the escalators and something horrible happened. It stopped. Oh my goodness, it felt like the world was ending. I was just in the middle, stuck for 2 hours, no food, no water or bathroom break. And it started working later, but it was the worst time of my life. Don't you hate it when you get stuck on escalators? Aren't escalators stairs when they stop? Izzy Friedman says, there once was an amazing noodle, a magical noodle, a Think Noodle. It was the most brilliant noodle of all time. He had an army of noodles, a robot that acted on command with lots of bugs, and an ever-growing noodle lair. What will happen next on Dun Dun Dun, The Amazing Noodle? What will happen next, guys, is that's it for this week's Ask Think. Please don't forget to leave your question in the comments below. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, noodle on!